Hi there, welcome to Camera Than Coffee, where you and me discuss anything and everything about cameras. And today we'll be looking at a detailed specs comparison of the new Fuji XH2s and not so old, one of the favorites, Fuji XT4. It's a new channel, so if you find this video helpful, do consider subscribing. It helps me when you do that. Cool, let's begin. So the Fuji XT4 is now 2 years older than the new Fuji XH2s, and there is a significant difference of $700 in their price. Cool, let's start with the most important specs of the cameras. Both the cameras have APS-C CMOS sensor, but the one on XH2s is the new stacked sensor. It has 4x faster reading speed as compared to the sensor on XT4. And not just that, the new X Processor 5 has introduced AI deep learning to the Fuji X series for the first time, which is twice as fast as the one on XT4. Together, the sensor and the powerful processor on the XH2s will allow 15 fps continuous shooting using mechanical shutter and 40 fps using electronic shutter. Speaking of ISO, both the cameras have same range, but thanks to the new X Processor 5, you will see an improved image resolution in low ISO in XH2s, plus there will be less noise in high ISO. And talking about shutter speed, both the cameras will capture the action in same speed. Next up is autofocus, and good for us as creators, both the cameras have face detection and contrast detection AF system that allows smooth and confident continuous focusing in all recording modes. And talking about numbers, both the cameras share the same AF points, but you will surely see an improved performance in the autofocus of the new XH2s as it is an upgraded one backed by a more advanced algorithm. And during nighttime photography or in low light situation when the light is not in our favor, both the cameras claim to focus down to light level of -7 eV. That's great. And yes, both the cameras have eye, face and head detection plus real-time tracking. Looking at the dimensions of both the cameras, it looks like the XH2s is both larger and heavier than the XT4. And it's quite visible as soon as you look at the grip of XH2s. Also, XT4 is available in black and silver color, but the new XH2s is only available in black as of now. Also good for creators, both the cameras have an articulating touchscreen or flip screen with same display quality. No change here. But I must share that XH2s has a sub LCD monitor too that displays shutter speed, aperture, ISO, white balance and a few other infos that will be quite helpful. Moving on to electronic viewfinder, both the cameras have the same size EVF, but the one on XH2s has 5.76 million dots, which simply means better clarity. And unfortunately, both the cameras don't have an internal flash, but it's okay as an external flash is always a better option. One really good thing both the cameras have is that they have dual card slots. But XH2s also supports CF Express Type B card in its first slot, delivering faster writing speed and better buffer capabilities, which also allows the camera to record Apple ProRes RAW videos internally. Moving on, both the cameras have internally chargeable batteries. However, it looks like the XH2s has better battery capacity in case of photos as well as videos. Also, both the cameras claim that they are dust and water resistant, but they are not 100% weather sealed and their resistance doesn't prevent water or dust from entering the camera. But yes, the Fuji has this time used the word tough weather sealing, so it will be interesting to see what XH2s has to offer. And yes, both the cameras have the same X mount. Now before we move on to video specs, let's have a quick 10-second look at the ports present on both the cameras. Here I must point out that XT4 doesn't have a dedicated headphone jack, but no need to worry as a headphone adapter is included in the box. Cool, now let's have a look at the video specs where lies a lot of differences. Starting with the best part, the Fuji XH2s allows 6.2K recording up to 30p. Plus there is a way high 240 minutes of recording limit, which can also be increased using Fan 001, which is an extra accessory which can be bought separately. Talking about 4K, the XH2s once again wins the battle as it can record DCI 4K up to 120p, whereas the XT4 offers DCI 4K up to 60p, plus there is a 20 to 30 minutes of recording limit depending on the frame rates. And just like 4K, Fuji XH2s moves ahead in case of Full HD recording with 240p. Talking about external recording, you will be happy to know that you can record 12-bit Apple ProRes RAW 6.2K videos in XH2s. And unlike XT4, in addition to F-Log, XH2s also supports F-Log 2, which records an expanded dynamic range of 14 plus stops. Moving on, both the cameras have 5-axis in-body image stabilization with a slight difference in the stops, but beside the stops, it is the new processor that will give us better IBIS performance in XH2s. And last but not the least, both the cameras can be used for live streaming. This is it guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and if the video was helpful, do support me by subscribing. I'll see you in the next video.